Hey guys, so for this video I'll be talking about my favorite top 10 K-pop songs of 2017. I am thinking of also making a top 20 or maybe top 25, but I will not be talking about it like I am doing it like this. So I just wanted about 10 individual songs that I really enjoyed this year. Obviously it was really difficult to make a ranking except for number 1. Which I think if you followed me on Google Plus, you know which song that is. And obviously I'll go from 10 to number 1. So yeah, I wanted to talk about each individual song for a video, since I think most of the time people just make the list through with like the audio of the songs and not necessarily talking about each individual song. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I don't usually make it, but I don't know, I felt like it. So for number 10, I put Winners Really Really. I really really enjoyed this song since it came out. I thought it was perfect for them to come back with a new fresh sound. I'm glad that they changed it up, especially because they lost Taehyun, so I think they needed to do something a little bit more refreshing, because they did always have that like winner sound that set them apart individually within YG, like because most of the time they YG artists have a certain specific type of cookie cutter image or sound, and you can tell that a group that's having a difficult time finding like its own identity is the icon, because YG doesn't necessarily give them a lot of freedom, it seems, on what they put out. It just seems that most of the music that they put out is inspired by what Big Bang has done in the past, while Winner is always kind of on their own. So I really like that. This single did really well, and I also enjoyed that the second single that they did this year, which was Love Me and Island, kind of kept that sound. So I was really hoping for like a third release this year. That would have been perfect. Like this if it's going to be like a whole body of work, I think it's going to be extremely cohesive because the songs fit well together. But this was a summer song and just an all year bop in my opinion. So I'm really glad that this did really well. I think it was a top stream song for boy groups. And yeah, I'm just glad that this comeback was really successful. And I'm really looking forward to whatever Winner's going to put out next year. They are rumored to come back in February, but with YG, like, you just never know. But really happy with the direction that they're taking. Yeah. And then for number 9, I put Rumor by Card, which is another surprise to me because I don't particularly like a lot of rookie groups, but I didn't put them on my list for favorite rookies for 2017 since they debuted in 2016. But the Ola Ola album is really, really good. I loved it. I think I might get myself a copy just because I like that album that much. But I didn't particularly enjoy the second mini album a lot. I like the direction that they're taking, but I didn't listen to it that much. I listened to it, I think, one time, and then nothing really stood out for me. Maybe I just need to listen to it a few more times, because maybe I'll change my mind and then I'll get both mini albums. But definitely I want to get my hands on the Ola Ola album. But it was so, all the tracks really, really just went well together. I just loved it. And Rumor is my favorite track in that album. It was on repeat since it came out, and I love the music video for it. Not the vertical version, but the horizontal version with all the colors. And I like how there's like that female dancer in the center, and all of them are dancing around her. Really love that. So constant repeat again. It keeps up with the sound with Really Really with the tropical house, which was kind of like has been the thing these past 2 years in K-pop. But I like this song a lot. Then for number 8, which I think is probably the most experimental song on this list, it is Taemin's Move, the title track or the lead single for his second full-length studio album, Move. So Taemin just, he is like my favorite solo right now in K-pop for like males. I love that album. It's so good. It's difficult to pick my favorite song from there. I didn't want to put like songs from like the same, like more like a bunch of songs from the same artist, so I try to have an individual song for this list. But this song was different than what everybody else was putting out. I love it's addicting. It's completely addicting. It sounds like a song that was in Eurovision this year by, I forgot his name, but the one that was for Sweden. I just really love this song. It's the dance, the concept. It's like different than what everybody else is doing, and I'm really glad SM takes Taemin's solo release, like his solo releases, really seriously. And yeah, I can't wait to see whatever he gets to do in the future. Obviously, things are a little bit more on the really uncertain side since Jonghyun passed away, so I don't know how SHINee's really going to promote next year. So obviously there are reports, I think right now, that they're going to do their tour in Japan, but I don't know about a comeback. But regardless, a really great album. Please check it out. That's like another album that was just really good. I think a lot of these songs, actually all of these songs come with like a great solid album. Like that's actually, I just noticed that all of these songs have a great are part of a great body of work. So please check out Move and the repackage for it. Taemin did a phenomenal job. Then for number 7, I put Remember by 9 Muses, which kind of continues with that experimental track. I think actually, yeah, 2 very experimental tracks in here. That one is probably one of the riskier songs on this list because it completely changes up like throughout. Like even the rapping part is weird. Like there's like a guitar kind of solo on it, but it was amazing. I love when groups take a risk when they're releasing music, and unfortunately 9 Muses is not one of those groups that is extremely popular, but they always really release solid content, so I'm always here for it. I bought even the repackage for it, the regular and the repackage for it, because I'm trying to support them as much as I can. But regardless, really great mini. Please check it out as well. And Love City is a great song, but Remember is better, and I just love the edge that it was to it. I listened to it a bunch of times. The high notes are everything. I'm just looking forward to see anything 9 Muses related, because they never disappointed me before. Alright, so number 6, I kind of cheated and I put Love Whisper / Rainbow by G-Friend. Alright, so G-Friend is one of those few groups that I really completely fell in love with the past few years when it comes to just rookie groups. I don't know if you know anything about my channel, but I am a huge Kara fan. And I always looked forward to Kara comeback, because they have this style of music that is completely unique to them. And I always enjoy that I had a group that was like, I can always count on they're going to deliver that certain sound. And now G-Friend is doing that for me, so thank the Lord, because that's what keeps things interesting for me in K-pop, when there's a group that just has a distinct sound and their music is distinct as well. Because in my opinion, G-Friend albums, they're extremely cohesive. They're not just completely random songs that are added together, and it fits them so well. Like no other group I can really see these days can pull it off as well as they do. Like, it's just completely in just perfection in my opinion. The Rainbow, the repackaged album, that was an amazing album. The Awakening was good. Fingertip was a great title track, but I think when you compare it between Rainbow and The Awakening, Rainbow beats it by a whole bunch. Obviously, it has more songs, and obviously for Love Whisper, it keeps up with that sound that they had previously. So if it's with Navilera, Rough, Me Gustas Too, and Glass Bead. And I think the more kind of unique, risky track is Fingertip that they released this year. And then Rainbow was such a unique song. I really liked it. So Love Whisper and Rainbow are kind of neck and neck. So these is kind of like 11. But I just wanted to mention Rainbow because it deserves some love. And Summer Rain was a great repackaged song. But not great enough to beat out a lot of these other songs. So just check out that mini. And then for number 5, I put Paradise, which is probably another underrated song. So if you're not an SM stan, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. This is the anniversary song that was released, I think it was like at the beginning of the year. I don't know if it was the 1st of January, but I know it was like within the first week of January. And it's Paradise by SES. This is just such a throwback type of song. It is completely my style, so I understand if some people don't particularly like it, but I love it so much. It was on repeat since I first heard it. I heard that preview and I knew what it was going to sound like. Bada, who is like the vocalist for the group, just every time like she opens her mouth, it's magical. I just love her voice. It's so unique. And please check it out. I think a lot of people miss out on older groups' releases, so especially because they're such a veteran group. But great song, unique. If you really compare it to everything that was released this year, like, it was completely different. So I really enjoy that. And then for number 4, I think it was the song I needed from Red Velvet since they debuted. And that is Red Flavor. This is the anthem I needed from them, because I love their songs. Like, they're a good majority of their title tracks I love a lot, but I always felt like they needed a song to open up a concert or to finish up a concert, and this is the perfect song. I don't know how to describe it, but it's an anthem, and that's what I wanted from them, and I'm glad that SM finally gave them a song like that. The mini album is phenomenal. It's the best mini album they have, along with Russian Roulette. This song was on repeat as well, all the time. Whenever like I take a shower, I listen to this. When it comes on, like, I don't take it off. The music video is weird, but I love this comeback, and it lives up to the name, the Red Flavor, because they have the whole red and velvet theme with their music. So I'm glad that they finally have a song like this, because every group that is like, I would say, like top tier groups, they usually have that one song that they can open up a concert or close a concert. So for like a good example would be like for Kara, it would be Step. For Brana Girls, it would be Abracadabra or Sixth Sense. For Girls' Generation, it would be Genie. So like Genie was kind of always their opening song. So I'm glad that they finally have a song that is worthy of opening or closing a concert, because I think they're going to be touring a lot more these days, since they already have a good catalog of songs. So yeah. Number 3, obviously this is extremely biased if you know my channel, All Night by Girls' Generation. The album was amazing. I would have put One Last Time in here as well, or Fan, or Holiday. Like, those were great songs as well. But All Night, my girls have done it again. Girls' Generation is one of those groups that experiments a lot when it comes to title tracks. If you are familiar with just their discography in general, they take a lot of risk when it comes to title tracks in Korea, and they keep it I wouldn't say basic, but they don't necessarily risk it too much on the just other tracks on the albums. Those are like your usual Girls' Generation songs. Again, flawless album. It kept up with their sound, but All Night was a different type of sound for them. It was different than all of songs from girl groups this year. I'm extremely proud that they took the risk. Obviously, All Night was not the song that was more successful, because Holiday is more of just public friendly, but it has to be one of my top songs they ever released. I just like wish Jessica was on it, but All Night was a jam. In the album, please check it out. I think there's at least 1 or 2 songs a K-pop fan is going to enjoy, like, because it has a good mix of ballads, R&B, the poppy songs, the electronic with All Night. Oh, and the dance. Everything was flawless for this. I'm just upset that it didn't get enough love. And I think the girls liked All Night as well, like more than Holiday. But yeah, at least Sohyun got a lot of money for Holiday because she wrote part of it. Then number 2, and then why I have it right here, is for my favorite album of 2017, which I also talked about it on a different tag. It is Fire by Taeyeon. I love this song since I first heard it. The bridge for it leaves me speechless every time I listen to it. Taeyeon has such a powerful voice, but yet so delicate. I don't know, and she knows how this, like, she is one of those few singers that can really transmit emotion, and you can really feel like what she's singing about. And that's what's great about music in general. It can break just borders when it comes to language, and this is like the perfect example of that. I just love this song. It's rock, pop, ballady-esque type of song. It's amazing. It deserved a music video like every single song in this album. Taeyeon, SM, please continue making full-length albums for Taeyeon. Like, don't release mini albums. Obviously, anything from Taeyeon I would love, but I just need a bunch of songs from her because she has the perfect voice. She is pure perfection. I love her. I love her so much. And I know this is kind of biased, but Taeyeon, like, she did it. She did it this year. And yeah, please check this album out. You're going to find a song that is going to just completely blow it out of the water. And then for number 1, as no surprise, and I comment down on every single ranking video that talks about songs, and I see it on the list, was on repeat since day 1, and I wasn't expecting it because I was a bit of an ass about this group last year because of 21, but Blackpink's As If It's Your Last is my favorite song for 2017. This song is so catchy. It's the definition of a K-pop song, and I know a lot of people just complain about that it sounds like a 21 song, but the girls did it justice in my opinion. I found it unique that they had a rap part just entirely in English, but that chorus, I'm a sucker for a chorus in a song. Like, that's like my thing. If a song has a really, really catchy hook and their chorus, like, I am going to be completely in love. And that's the case for this song. I couldn't stop listening to it since day 1. and I'm in love with Rosé's voice. So I every time I see I get to hear her like cover a song, she makes it sound better. I know she's not like the greatest vocalist, but I am one of those people that can really appreciate just unique tones of voices, and that's why I love Boom so much, and she reminds me a lot of her. And I hope YG gives her like some like she gets to feature on more songs from other artists, and she gets solo stuff. That's like I'm dying to hear like her sing, because she has such a unique voice. But this song was on constant repeat, and I'm glad that it had a lot of success, not just in Korea, but it ranked on other charts worldwide. So that says something about Blackpink, that they have potential to really hit the global market like BTS. So, but YG is so freaking stupid and doesn't take advantage of that, especially when all the girls can really speak English. I know Jisoo doesn't really talk a lot in English, but I think she understands it. And then Jennie and Rosé obviously speak it fluently, and then Lisa, like, I think she understands it and speaks it well, but I guess she just prefers speaking in Korean, but I know she can understand it pretty well. But please, YG, release this in an album in Korea, because if they don't, I'm just going to buy the special limited edition for Blackpink in Japan, and I'll just be happy with that. And if they don't like release other good material, I just want to have that song in a physical CD, because I like it that much that I'm willing to spend the limited edition for Blackpink. It just defines what a K-pop song is. I know a lot of people say, it sounds like weird compared to what everybody else released this year. If you're going with trends, it kind of goes backwards, but it's a bit nostalgic for me, and that's why I adore this song. The music video was just K-pop aesthetic to 100% K-pop aesthetic. If you've been into K-pop long enough, this sounds like a song that 21 could have put out circa 21 and their second mini album. Like, they could have released the song around that time, but obviously I got into K-pop around that time, and which is why I love this song. And please, YG, focus on Blackpink. They deserve it, and they have so many music video views, which I don't understand what in the world is going on with YG, unless they're going to release a bunch of content next year. It's going to be sounding stupid that I'm complaining, but first of all, this is kind of like going on a rant on things. The song did well in Korea. It's still charting till this day within the top 100 songs on Melon. So that says people, the general public, like it. International fans love this song. It constantly gets millions of views every single day. It's the second most watched video of 2017 for K-pop songs. And why can't he take advantage of promoting a group? Yeah, but I don't want to make this video even longer, because now it's like 24 minutes, but I'm sure everybody has checked out that song, because it's like one of the most popular songs. Yeah, but yeah, I liked a lot of other songs as well. This was the year of more singles and albums for me. There were a few good albums like Taeyeon, Girls' Generation, The Red Summer, G-Friend's Rainbow, the mini album that Nine Muses released, the album from Taemin, Card's debut album, Winner's single albums. So there were a few good cohesive releases, but compared to previous years, it doesn't seem like it was that big of a year, at least for me. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll probably make a playlist of the songs of these songs, just so everybody can listen to them as well if you haven't listened to them. But if you haven't, it would be kind of weird, especially for my number one. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and I am working on my collection video. Alright, bye.